Okay. Right, hello everybody. I'm going to start off by log into that so I can see everybody's chats. Right, this isn't playing game. Off to a flying start here. That's better. Right, I should be able to see your chats now. Hello, soldier. Good afternoon here. Let's all chats, chat filter, all messages. I think that should be a good enough view for you. 1 p.m. It's 2 p.m. 1400. It's 2 p.m. Close. Right. Let's get Santa over there. Let's hang my tape measure out the way. First of all, Eastish. Westish. We're Westish. There's no time difference in England. Tay Swifty. Hello, how are you? Right, I will be doing this cross in a bit. I'm going to be finishing off these sections here, all down here, and I will be doing all this bit here and all these inner parts. Still haven't decided what to do with these outer parts here. I might make them into hearts, and I might do the Celtic work. I'm not too sure yet. Something to decide on. Anyway, that's for in a moment. And I did the Santa. I've done his eyes and, well, not done his eyes yet. I've done his hat, done his brow, the brim of his hat. Done the moustache and the beard. I'm happy enough with those. I will have to sand his cheeks and do the eyes. I might take this down a little bit more, but he's pretty well done. One thing I was going to do is make the soldier a moderator. Where is he? There he is. Pardon me. Hopefully that will work now. And the soldier will have a wrench. Cool. Right. I am going to make this into a little spoon with a feather, either a feather or a leaf on. So I thought there's no hardship in just doing a quick eye on here. Right, so what I need first is safety first. It's not an option, it's a necessity. Right, so put that on my hand. We are making the Celtic cross. This one I've started cutting it out, but I was just waiting for a few people to come in here, and I'll be doing this Celtic cross, and I'll be doing a little bit more to the wood spirit. I'll just show you quickly in this little room, but it's a lot better than my last one. Let's, I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. We'll be doing a little bit more to that wood spirit. So let's, I've still got to try and sort the, I'm watching closely. I have a lot to learn. Yeah, and me. Right, let's zoom in on the eye I'm going to do for you. In fact, I could use one of these pieces. I can't use it. Well, lots of old bits of wood here on them. I just practice on some of them. No, I'll keep that one in the hand. They're little blocks of practice wood that you can buy. Get them on. Yeah, we'll do it here. Right. Let's put my thumb. And I'll show you how to, hopefully how to do this. Let's zoom in. But the problem with this is normally I go out of focus. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set out where I'm supposed to be. These clamps. And if I stay in that area, I know you can pretty much see what I'm doing. Let's move my old chair over a bit. Get a flex cut knife. This is a 1-inch flex cut knife. So this will be quite easy. And you take off that edge first. That's what you do. This is a 1-inch square piece of wood. Take that off. And again. Then you round the edge. Keep going till you think you can form an eye with that. Then what you will want to do is first of all draw it. You can always thank me now for I've added a thing onto my first page underneath my Etsy now. There is a buy me a coffee. I'm waiting to see if it works really. Don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's something I set up on last Friday. Nobody's bought me a coffee yet. Anyway, let's do this eye. Hopefully you can see. So all you do there is draw a rough eye, whatever way you want to draw it. Happy eye, lazy eye, sleepy eye, doesn't matter. What you're really aiming for is like half the shape of a rugby ball, or the actual shape of a rugby ball but cut in half. That's what you're trying to form for the eye. You call them footballs in America, very similar to our rugby ball. So, and then what you do is you will cut along that line like so. Take your time, very slowly, and you'll get to that line there. Then what you do is take the top line the same, following that line as closely as you can. Doesn't have to be spot on. Just like that. And that's called a stop cut. It's called a stop cut because when you cut then into that line, it will that causes a stop cut there. So what you want to do now is go inside that line and at an angle. So you're just taking away that little bit there. That's one way you can do it. And if it's not popping out, you just need to go over that line again that you first started off with. That should pop out now. See? And that's following that line. Now what I need to do is take that up to that line. And that's the reason you have these gloves on, is because of the, if you do slip, it's not the end of the world because you've got the gloves on. That should pop out, just like so. Hopefully you can see that. Let's have a look, see if you can see. That's just taking the first part out. Now what you want to do is take the lower part out, and that's what you're forming, is a oval shape. For this I will turn it round, take it to that line. Very carefully. And what you really need to do is use two hands on it. So if you can, wherever you can, if you can get two hands on the knife, I'm not going to be able to do that. Take it down like that. And of course another way you can do this is with a gouge. I'm trying to show you with one tool. So now what you want to do is, in that corner there, you'll just go clip up to there, press in a little bit, and press in there, and try and remove that little triangle in there, just like that. Probably need to go in a little bit more, and this is just defining the corner of the eye. Just like so, and just like so. Now you have to do it all over again. You follow that line. It's easier to do now because you've already caused like a little line to follow. See that? You carry on round with the line that you've created. Okay, I really need more light on this, but I'm trying the best I can. And now what we'll do now is take that line again, up to the top. Just like so. See that? That's giving more depth now. Now what I will do is I'll turn it round again and I will try and follow this line. You see that just curling out? You see the eye forming here? Alright, and now I need to take that down. And this is just with a knife. So I'm forming that there. Now what I need to do is the upper lid. Hello, depression. Sorry, I'm out of view. Sorry. That didn't work, did it, that trick? I always do that. That's why I don't like zooming in. Right, so now what I need to do is, because I've done this, the inner part of the eye is there. I'm going to just take that out of the corner. That's just a way of giving it a little bit of depth in the corners. See that? I'm going to have to do it again here. Of course, this is not the only way to do an eye. This is the way I do it. But I have no problem. It seems to work. So now I need to round that off a little bit. I keep getting pins and needles in my fingers. Oh, that's bad. Right, so we're forming the eye. Now what you need to do is draw another line. Okay, that's the upper. I'm doing an eye at the moment. It's not too interesting if you're good at carving it. Yeah, it makes sense to work off the corners, yeah. So you want to see what I've done so far? Hopefully that's... Starting to look like an eye. Sorry I can't zoom in anymore because I can't seem to keep it in vision for you. I'm trying to let you see here. Without cutting more. It's far from perfect, but not at all. Soldier. God. I think I was classed as remedial at school. God, you're funny. And of course, I'll show you quickly how much easier it is to do with a V-gouge, which I have here. There's one. So if you have a V-gouge, little V-gouge, you watch how easy this is. I hope it does help you. This is what I'm here to do. I'm here to try and help you. And then what you want to do is make that, smooth that off, really, with a I know you should never cut towards yourself, but sometimes you just can't help it. That's forming the eye on top. Then you obviously want an underside of the eye, which will accentuate that. Just like so. Right, let's use the V-gouge for that. Hi, Tim. Just trying to show people I hope I am helping you with your eye problem, soldier. Okay, and then what we want to do is cut that in as well. Just like so. Then what you can do is soften this line. Cutting towards myself again. I'm sure, well, mine do sometimes. It's all depending how you feel, isn't it? This I'm going to have to sharpen those. I wouldn't put yourself down. There's enough people to put you down. I like it, and this I can do it. You do it? Seriously? That's the... And what I'm going to do now is just... I know the purists don't agree with this, but what can we do? You should leave the cuts in of the eye that you're doing and all that sort of thing. Let's see if we can move this down a little bit. I know I've got out of focus a little bit here. I'm just putting the hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, the purists say that you should leave the marking of the knife without sandpaper. I've heard them say it, but I just think sandpaper's there for a reason. Use it, eh? I tried to do the minimal sanding, as you can see. Right, so that is the start of the eye. Now let's put a Hi Grumpy. How are you doing, Grumpy? I'm just doing a little bit of an eye carving at the moment. Nothing fancy. I was trying to do it with one tool, but I'm doing it with two. Let's I'll just put the knife point in there. You shouldn't really do this, but let's give it a spin. Sometimes if the knife's not very good, you can damage the tip, so I wouldn't really advise doing that. Right, and that's a simple eye. Probably needs to be smoothed down a little bit more, which I think it does. Okay, no point spending any longer on that. Okay, so let's oh gosh, what's happened here? So that's just a basic eye anyway. So let's move over to the scroll saw now. Let's see how we're getting on. I'm 96, aren't I? I'm going to leave this on charge a moment doing this, and I'll be doing him in a bit. I'll be doing him in a bit. There's my few bird houses I've got as a collection. Let's try and get this sorted out, so we're not in the way of anything. I'm going to be doing a little bit more to this Celtic cross now. let's take the camera up. Up and away. Hopefully you can see that. Not too much rubbish in the way. You're not going to see that, are you? God, I've got to sort these cameras out, I'm telling you. Ever so sorry about this mess. Trying to get it so you don't just see the back of my head. The only bonus here is as soon as I have sorted it out, I'm going to leave the camera where it is. I'm not going to move the camera stand, so hopefully that's, I'm not going to be in the way. Hopefully you'll be able to see. Let's see what you're saying there. Grumpy, I am always rethinking my camera mounts, I think. Yeah, I think it's a never-ending struggle as well, I really do. But thank you for persisting with me. Hey Siri, what's the temperature?
It's 8 degrees right now.
8 degrees. Right, so now we're going to... I'm going to go and get that other lamp. I think if I mount this somewhere, it might be a wise decision, and it might not be. The only thing is I'm not going to be able to hold it there. So I need a taller lamp really. Oh, that might be blinding you now. No, it's going to be too annoying for you, isn't it? I'm going to sort it out another time. That come up and down, does it? No. Yeah. Not really. It does, you know. Well, I didn't realise that. We might be winning here. That only comes up that far. Oh, well, that's a bit more than it was. Okay, I'm going to have to sort this out another time. Don't really want it blinding me. I'm going to have to mount it onto the wall somehow. Okay, we'll switch that off for now. Right, let's crack on with this and what we've got. Let's undo this. We'll need to drill a hole. So we'll need the at least 2mm. That fit. It is very big, that. Look. I think this is 4mm. Not very sharp at all, is it, that one? Okay. We'll do these first. Get rid of that out of the way for a moment. Put that in there. And I cut the outer part of it because it was too difficult to keep trying to thread it through with the bulk of this, and trying to get in the middle here was a nightmare. I don't know if you were here last time and saw all the messing about trying to get it done. And this blade, I don't know why this blade's giving me so much chip. It's all part of the fun, I suppose. I think I might get a new lamp. Grumpy soldier saying, Grumpy, I have a variety of phone-friendly tripods and a gamble mount for the phone and light handler now than when I bought it. Online teaching. Heck yeah, I've got a new tripod coming still. Need to get a stabilizing gimbal. Yeah, man. They're good. I got a DJI one, I have, but that's for when I'm out and about trying to do things. Let's switch it on, eh? I'll put my noise cancelling on because I know you don't like the noise. That's my Leatherman headset. Let's connect that to the camera. Okay. Grumpy to give me the thumbs up and say you can hear me, and then we'll crack on. Or soldier or Grumpy. Hear me? Can you hear me? Is there anybody there? 2 thumbs up. Wow. Here we go then. Put the blower down there. That's what it's for. Okay, let's spin that round and go again. Right, let's get that out of the way. Undo this. Small woodlot. Hello there. How are you, buddy? Having a good day? Right, let's try and get these pieces of wood out of the way. Yep, they fell through. And I think this is hanging on by a thread, this, because it's I've bent the blade. It's all sent to testers. And testing us it is. Okay, let's do that up and let's go for the next one. I should have glued that down better. I'm risking my fingers here. If you have seen, I have to oh, I'm in the way, aren't I? Gosh, sorry about that. I'm in the way. Hi, John. How are you, buddy? Right, let's get some of these moved out of the way now. These ones inside. That's wonderful to hear. Doing good, John. You missed me carving an eye earlier? Just starting off. But now I'm doing the Celtic cross. I was actually doing this yesterday. I thought we'd do a bit more. I can see this flapping about a bit in there. Right, and I can alter all that with the afterwards with the sanding. I'll sand it all obviously afterwards. And I think what I'm going to do is these next, which are quite big. I might just do that as well, the inside part of that. In fact, I'll do the inside parts of this first and then I'll cut that out because that will leave it quite weak. Not weak, but you know what I mean, it'll leave it more vulnerable than it needs to be. Alright, let's see how we go with this bit. Small woodlot. I'm going to have to find some of these patterns and start getting serious about carving and creating. Cool. They're all out there to be found. You only have to look at them, print them off, and easy as that. If I can do it, anyone can. Easy enough. Right, let's change the drill on this. I might go and get a 3mm drill. I keep having to 2mm is too small, I think. About 2mm. We'll go with that instead of that. That's what you say, soldier. If you can do it, anyone can. Yep, it's true. We're all human. We're all just the same. Cool. Oh, let's have a sit down a moment. Am I in the way again? Probably. All right. How is everybody anyway? Small woodlot. I just brought another set of carving tools and a few belts from Hobo Freight. Wonderful. That's good to hear. Right, let's crack on. I had this trouble in my shed when I was trying to set up the cameras. Kept putting my head in the way. But what it is now is I've had to mount the camera on the wall because I had it connected. Excuse me, yawning. I had the camera mounted on my bench, and when I was operating the scroll saw, it was vibrating the camera. If you know what I mean. That's what was happening anyway. Hopefully, I don't get in the way. No, believe me, I'm trying not to get in the way. Let's see how we go with this, and we'll know off this one. Shout at me if I'm in the way. Power carving. I'll do that as well, John. You know what they say? You can please some of the people some of the time. Although I got a scroll saw now, so I can use it in my basement this winter. Yeah, I've come indoors. John, I want to be better carver all round. Yeah, it's nice to be able to power carve, um, use a scroll saw, use chisels, use a mallet and chisels, um, use knives. This, believe it or not, this scroll saw has got a built-in rotary tool. You see this thing here? You undo that, take that off, right? And this thing, I have never connected it, so I don't know how good it is. But this thing, you connect that onto it. Like that. Then I think you have to screw that on there. Right, I'm going to screw it on all the way. Then this thing has got that on it. I've got no burrs up here. Should I go and get a burr and see if it works? In fact, if I put my foot on the pedal, yeah, it's been drained. Yeah, it's working. I might use that one day. Don't want that spinning round for no reason. It's okay if you haven't got one, but I've got a little more. I've got Fordham and Dremels in my shed. And I want to do some power carving. But that's a handy little thing if you haven't got one. And this is a
charn wood scroll saw. It's got that, and it's got the foot pedal, so it's quite a good saw. And it's got this light as well, which is a little bit of a help. And and a central machine surface planer and a belt disc sander plus a bunch of them. Yeah. Yeah, you got lots of things. I have lots of different things, but to be honest with you, half of the stuff you never use, which is a shame. It's a shame, but true. What's the time of a bit? I've been on here just over an hour now. Don't forget, hit the subscribe. I'm starting to slack off with subscribers. I don't know why. Still going up steadily, but very steadily. And I'm just never happy. Cool. I'm glad you like it. Right, let's get these done. Last 3 on that part. 4, sorry. Then I'll be working my way over to here. Then I'm still not sure what I'm doing with those 4 sections. I might just cut them out into openings. Don't know. Keep Keep wondering what to do with those parts. I'd send you the little lathe that could, but it's cooked. It's no use then, is it? Believe me, if you come back tomorrow and see me, I will have that other light sorted out. I totally underestimated the effect light has. It sounds silly, but it's true. We had a little poll yesterday saying, is it too early to put your Christmas decorations up? I think I'm going to have another one. Just a bit of fun. Just a bit of fun.